Oh, and here we go. It is showtime, ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching this live, go ahead and put a live in the chat. If you're watching on replay, there probably won't be a chat option. But I do thank you for being here. And if you are watching the replay, make sure that you get with the person that sent this to you. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, complaints, because we're utilizing this as a training video. I should say a teaching video because we teach people, we train dogs. That's what I was taught. So, as we're going to get going here, make sure that you don't have any distractions. Make sure that you have a plain sheet of paper in front of you and a writing implement. I recommend having two because inevitably, sometimes as you're taking notes, one peters out. Sorry about that. Let me get rid of that problem just in case you heard it. All right. We're rocking and rolling. So, what we're going over now is what we call the plan. So, what I'm going to do is show you the plan. So, the plan is this: the BEST system. And BEST is an acronym. We'll get to what BEST means later. System is also an acronym that stands for Save Yourself Some Time, Energy, and Money, right? SYSTEM. So, we're going to go ahead, and you're going to have to excuse me. I'm doing this. I'm not putting my back to you out of disrespect. Just got to get to my big white sheet of paper. So, right up here in the top right corner, we're going to write this down vertically as opposed to horizontally. We're going to start with a B. That's the first part of BEST, right? What does B stand for? Well, I'm going to tell you. Ask yourself this right now. If you could do so without causing material injury to yourself or another, cost-wise in your financial department, without breaking a bank, if you could spend between $50 and $70, give or take, maybe plus tax and shipping, is that something that you'd be willing to do at this point in time after learning this system? I know you want to say, I don't know, we haven't seen the system yet. But these are the qualifying questions that you need to ask. And if the answer is yes, we're going to put a check right here because B stands for buy. You're going to become a product of the product at a specific level, at 50 BV. Why is that important? Because our commissions are paid out based on our business volume. So BV means business volume. And most of the products that are 50 BV, can everybody see that? Does that stand out? Can anybody see that? Do I got to ask you to unmute or can you guys unmute yourself?
I can see it's on.
Okay, thank you, sir. All right. So at any time along this, if you can't see or read it, if I need to change color or write bigger, please somebody let me know. Because when I'm over here, my screen is real small. So I wonder, can I change that? It doesn't matter. Our commissions are based on business volume. BV is business volume. Everything we're going to talk about right now, for the time being, is 50 BV. So could you spend between $50 and $75 to invest into yourself, into this business, which you're basically just swapping where you shop so that you can earn? If you can do that, you're going to put a check here. The next part of BEST is the E. That stands for education. Do you think that you could take 1 to 2 weeks, maybe, if needed, to learn what this one-page plan is, learn it so well that you could teach it to others without any doubt, without any question, after becoming a product of the product? If that answer is a yes, you're going to put a check right here. Education. All you're learning in your first week is the plan. LTP. Learn the plan. That's your job for 7 days. Learn the plan, learn the plan, learn the plan. S. Would you be willing to take the time to show the plan? at least to 3 people a day. That's not the standard. That's what I am asking you. 3 people a day. If you can't do 3 people a day, that's fine. Would you be willing to show it as often as possible? If that's a yes, put a check right here. STP, show the plan. Because your education is LTP, learn the plan. Show the plan. If you're willing to show the plan and business starts to grow as you see that, would you be willing to take time out of your schedule to work on your business with your business partners to teach them how to show this plan? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to become a product of the product. We're going to get our education on learning the plan. We're going to show the plan after 1 week of education, more if you need it. The second week or so, you're going to be showing the plan. And then the people that you're going to get in, as you'll see very soon, teach the plan. That's B.E.S.T. BEST system. Teach. We're in Texas. We say teach. So at 50 BV, you're going to buy in, be a product of the product, right? So next thing you're going to do is you want to put the date up here. Today's 25 July 25. And the reason why I recommend that you put the date up there, I don't know that this is the reason, but I like to think I do. You put the date up there every time you do this so that I think you can check back through your dates as you go over it again and again and again. And you actually will come up with a number of how many times you had to actually do it before you felt like you were proficient. And I think that's something that's duplicatable and also teachable. Just my 2 cents worth. Then you're going to put your name up here with that. Tommy. Well, put your name, not mine. So we're going to start with the plan. Before I get going, is everybody hearing me clearly? Can everybody see the whiteboard clearly?
Yes. Well, I have no glasses, so it's blurry. When we hear you.
Okay. If
Yeah,
that,
we can see the whiteboard, but we can't really see what you're writing. We hear you though.
okay, I'm saving space for the important stuff to be bigger.
Okay.
I got you. All right. So we're going to start the plan right here. These are all qualifying questions and qualifying information, and then you're getting set up over here. This right here is the meat and potatoes. This is what you need. So we're going to go right here and we're going to say 1. Now, I know that when Coach Will taught this, he said week 1. And that's great. That's great for intensity. I'll get to that point later. So let's, for right now, call it week 1. You're going to show the plan, STP, because you've already learned the plan. You're going to show the plan as many times as you have to show it to get 3 people who are interested in doing the business with you. This is not customers. These are business partners. You might show the plan to 3 or 4 people and get some customers. They don't go here. This is your builder's plan. This is your blueprint for building your business. So you're going to get your 3 people at 50 BV. Right? Week 1, these 3 people are going to do everything that you just did. You just learned the plan. That's what they're going to do right here. That's what they're going to do right here this full week. Now, mind you, you're still showing your plan. You keep on showing your plan until you've achieved your goals. So in week 2, these people that have learned the plan, they are now showing the plan. Right? And they're each going to get 3. They're going to duplicate. Me plus 3. That's the duplicatable pattern right there. So these 3 are going to get 3. My math says that's going to be 9 at 50 BV that are going to learn the plan. They're going to learn the plan for that week. These people are going to help them. Your week 1 people are going to learn in week 1. Week 2, they're going to show. The 9 people there are now in week 1. This system is just going to duplicate just like this. Week 3, these 9 are showing the plan. They're going to show 27. I'm lying. They might show it 27 times. They might show it 270 times, or they might show it 2,700 times. But they're going to show it until they each get 3 builders, not customers, at 50 BV. Because this is a builder's program, not a customer program. Everybody understand that topic? I can't see head nods from way back here.
Understood? Yes.
Okay. So here we are, week 4. This is one solid month of intense exposing and showing of the plan. It's STP on steroids, right? So you 27 people get, after they learn this week, they're going to go out in their second week, your 4th week, and they're each going to get 3 for a total of 81 at 50 BV, who are going to learn the plan in their first week. Everybody with me so far to this point? Okay, I can do a head nods. Head nods work. We're going to keep going. This is where it gets really good. This is where it gets really good. At this point, your week 4 people have learned the plan, and they're going to show it to your week 5 people, which is going to be 243 people, builders, at 50 BV that are learning the plan. So right here, on your 5th level, you got 243 people. You can use the chat. Let me get the chat set up. You can use the chat for this. How many of those 243 people did you sign up personally? Let me just do a spot check, see who's actually paying attention. I got to use my glasses for this. Go ahead and put it in the chat. 3. Okay, I hear 3s. Let me ask the question again. How many people on level 5 did you actually sign up? Oh, there we go. I see light bulbs going on now. I see it. No one, right? Because yours are up here, right? So if you add this and this and this and this and this together, I believe that's 363. So here's where we're going to do some math. You're going to take 363 times 50. Why 50? Because everybody's at 50 BV. That's the requirement to build this business, to be able to earn in this matrix. That is the minimum requirement, 50 BV, right? That volume number comes out to this, 18,000, and I'm going to write it a little smaller, I'm sorry, because I want to be able to fit some more goodies in here. 150, 18,150 is your total, at this point, your total organizational volume, not counting yours. Understand that. Doesn't count me. So that's our business volume. Now we get paid for those that are qualified. Right here is where you get qualified. You're at 50 and you have 3 at 50. You are now eligible to earn out of this matrix. We get paid 6%. So right here, you're going to make times 0.06, 6%, equals $1,089. $1,089. Now, at this point, check the chat. Yep. At this point, how many people here, by show of hands or chat, think that $1,089 is a significant amount of income that could benefit your life or your financial situation after only putting 3 people into the business?
Definitely.
So you think 1,000 is significant for
Mhm.
life? Okay, let me ask everybody in the chat, and it's okay, you want to come off the mic and do whatever you want. Does everybody here have a cut the rope number? And what I mean by that, if you don't know what I mean by that, what is the number your business needs to make in order for you to walk away from your job? And you don't need to tell me what it is, or you don't need to put it in the chat unless you're comfortable. But does everybody have one of those numbers? If you don't,
Yes.
I highly suggest that you get one as a goal. And it should be one of your top 4 goals on your index sheet that is posted. I just put a marker on my ceiling. Good thing it's dry erase. Posted all around your house. So I'm going to come back to that in a minute. Is there anybody here that $1,000 is enough to cut the rope, quit your job, and just say, hey, I can survive off, me and my family are good with $1,000 a month? If so, put a 1 in the chat, because we're going to have a separate conversation. We're going to keep this thing rolling. I hope everybody's with me so far. So here we are at week 5. So basically, you're in business for a month. This is your check. Not bad for your first 30 days. I don't say so myself. Week number 6. These 243 people are going to continue to duplicate just like we did the first 5 weeks up here. And they're going to bring in 3 at 50. And that's going to total on your 6th level. That is going to total 729. And I'm going to stop with all this madness because I think everybody understands what we're doing right here. These people are going to be learning the plan down here in week 7, because they've learned the plan here. They're going to show the plan here, and there's going to be 2,187 people new in your organization that you never brought in. And feel free to pull out them calculators and check my math, because if I'm off, I need to make corrections in my formulas. Those 2,187 people, they're going to learn the plan. So your 6-week people are helping the 7-week people. Your 5-week people are helping the 6 and 7. Your 4-week are helping the 5, 6, and 7. This is a team. We have a support system here. You and I are a support system. They will be a support system for the new people. It's all about team growth, because we're not doing this all on our own. We're not going out here and getting 2,187 customers. We're not. If we are, I'm thinking maybe I should be selling Lamborghinis. But we're going to keep going. They're going to duplicate down here in week 8. These 2187 is going to duplicate and do get 3 at 50 BV. And that's going to bring in a grand total of 6,561 people on your 8th level that are going to learn the plan. We get down here to 9, week 9. So this is 1 full month and a paycheck, and then we got 1 full month and another paycheck coming, right? Because 4 weeks in a month. So at your 9th week, you should have 19,683 new people just on level 9. I don't need to ask you guys again, how many people did you actually sponsor on that level? 0. We know it. You sponsored these first 3, and you worked with everybody you needed to work with. But these are the only ones you sponsored. So when we take this number and then we add all these numbers together, we're going to get a total of 29,523 people. You sponsored 3. We're going to multiply that times what? 50, right? Because that's what the qualifier is for the BV. And that's going to give us 1,476,150 in business volume for the entire organization. We're going to multiply that times 0.06 because why? We get paid 6% in our matrix because we're qualified again right here. And we stay qualified because every month we're doing this up here, becoming a product of the product. So when this month ends, you do it again. When this month ends, you do it again. First of the month comes around, you're going to get your product. So we multiply that times the 0.06 and we get $88,569. That's 6% of 1,476,150 business volume. Does everybody understand that? Put a 1 in the chat. Oh, look, I got somebody doing math. Awesome. Looks like that number's right. That's pretty exciting. 88. Is anybody here? 88,569. Is that a good cutoff number for anybody here?
I need more.
You ain't scared. You ain't scared of money. I like that, Sandra. You ain't. Most people would quit somewhere in here. They got what they need. Sandra ain't done yet. So here we go. We're going to go down here to week 10. Oh, I got a surprise for you guys, man. We're going to go down here to week 10. That number is going to be 59,049. Because your week 9 people are out duplicating. Well, they learned the plan this week. Week 10, they're going to go show the plan. They're each going to get 3 at 50 BV. Then we're going to go right to 11. You guys already understand the system. And any person I'm talking to, individually or collectively, will have figured out the system by now. It's easily duplicatable, which is why we're doing what we're doing. Systems duplicate, people do not. So in your 12th week, 3 months into the business, if everything goes according to plan, you've got over 500,000 people in your organization, 531,441 people in the organization. Now, when you calculate that with everybody else in the organization, this number gets really big. 797,160, all at 50 BV. Why? Because that's the qualifier to earn in the matrix. Let me go over here and see who jumped ahead and grabbed this math. Okay, nobody yet. So we're going to multiply that to find out the total business volume. This business volume is crazy. 26,575,050. That's an insane business volume for a month, right? So we think. And we're going to multiply that times what? By now you got to figure it out. 0.06 because we get paid 6%. Here we go. Here's a really sexy number right here. 1,594,323. That's 12 weeks, 12 intense weeks into the business. Tommy, I don't know that many people. I'm not that good. Not everybody's going to be that good. Most people don't want to blah, 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 blah. That's why you're going to qualify your 3. Your 3 up top are the ones that said, hey, I want in and I want to do this thing. I'm 100% with you.
Can you say that last number again? Yes.
1,594,323.
Thank
That's
you.
1, comma 594, comma 323.
Thank you.
A month. Anybody here think that that's a good cut the rope number?
More.
I like how you think. I mean, it's a good number. Imagine how much good you could do, how much charity you could volunteer with, and things, your family you could set up. I mean, there's just so many other things, investments. There's so much you could do with this. But what if you want to double that number? What if? Let's say you're up here, you think $1,000 is good, but 2,000 might get you to where you need to be. 88,000. That's a good number. But if you could double that number, would it be better or worse? I'll wait.
Better.
All right. So I'm going to ask you this simple question. You're spending between $50 and $70 a month up here to earn this much money over here. Would it be worth an additional $65, give or take, every month to double that number?
Yes.
Would it be worth it to you? Even if you were down here only making $1,000 a month, would it be worth $65 or so to make double that?
Yes.
Check this out. We're going to take these 50s out right here. We're going to take the 50s out.
Okay.
And we're going to make them 100s. Because the difference between a 50 BV order and a 100 BV order is right about $65. So now we got hundreds here. This number doubles to $2,188. You just made $1,089 that month because you spent an additional $65. I got to put my glasses on because I can't read that number. 177, 138. This number doubles to 177, 138. Because you spent an additional $65 right here. 1.5 mil doubles to 3,188,646. That's pretty good cut the rope money. But I got one more for you. One more number. This 1.5 mil at 50 BV on level 12 or line 12, that's just on that level. When you add everything up together with your 50 BV plan, lines 1 through 12, you come up with a total of $2,391,480 at 50 BV. Now, because you're like Sandra and you need more, she upgraded to the 100 plan for another $65 a month for a grand total of $4,782.961. Anybody here think this is a good cut the rope number?
Keep going.
Yeah, you're going to have to earn that. What are we looking at math here? I don't know what you got there, 3188. I don't know what you're looking at. You're missing.
That was before you. That was before you doubled up the
You're
million.
636, yeah. Well, see, I got the numbers. I just needed you to see the numbers to make sure that you saw it was real. You don't.
Yeah, that's what
I
I
will
did.
never ask somebody to take my word for it. I will always ask whoever I'm showing this to pull out the calculator, because right here they're going to get scared. It's not real. Well, you know what? The numbers don't lie. People do. The lips lie. The numbers tell the truth. This is math. It's simple. It can't be wrong. Can you do it? Absolutely. So I'm going to ask you a question, and this is what I would ask anybody a question of. Can you see yourself doing this? Can you see yourself spending about $125 a month or 50 to 70 a month? Can you see yourself learning for a week to show you this? Would it take you a week to learn what I just showed you? If you do learn it, are you willing to go out and show it? In a bar, in a restaurant, in a coffee house, at the mall, at Walmart. Catch them people outside of Walmart by the cart return that are sitting there having their break. Give them a condensed version of it and stop it right here, if that's what you want to do. Everything else after that, they can figure it out, but you're there to help them. Can you see yourself doing this? Yes or yes?
Yes.
So at the bottom of your paper, go ahead and just give it your signature to make it official. Because that, ladies and gentlemen, is the one-page plan, blueprint, if you will. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording at this point. So I say, I really need different glasses. Or, come on. Sorry, y'all. Stop recording. Recording is stopped. I believe. Man, this thing is touchy.